So I just finished up this Army helmet and it came out really amazing. This is the first time I used Polymaker's matte dark Army green. I had to make sure I said that correctly. The yellow on here is bamboo yellow and Sunlu white and black. But Polymaker did a fantastic job. Again, I've never used them before. I've always heard good things. But this, to be honest, is probably one of the cleanest helmets that I've been able to print. It really, really is amazing. It's hard for me to really look at it, just at a couple feet and tell that it's a 3D print. It's really just that smooth. So the logo process, though, this is a little different. So typically I've been putting the SVG file on the helmet. So it's actually going on the surface of the helmet. It normally protrudes just a little bit. Well, I've been trying to get away from that from what I can. And I figured out a way where I'm taking it and turning it into a negative and more or less stamping it into the helmet, if that makes any sense. But I wanted to show you guys the process, and it's really not that hard. It's a bit more time consuming depending on your computer, but it's very much well worth it when it works. Because again, it's not going to work with every logo, but when it does, it's easier to make these colors. It's smoother. It just all around is a lot nicer than, like, let's say here where it sticks out just a bit, which this still looks fine. This looks good, but this is really, really nice. But let me show you real quick. All right. So we have the model already up. I have the SVG on. Now, I did pull it up as a negative. It is not a part. It is a negative. So we're going to go ahead, highlight the shell, go to mesh bloom. Now over here on subtraction, it's going to be like this originally. We're going to keep original model and click off of entity only, execute. Now what this is going to do is actually put the indentation into the helmet. So this is going to be part of the helmet itself instead of adding a part onto the outside of the helmet. So technically you're not going to be able to customize or move this at all. So this is the one part of this helmet that you can't do anything with just because it is now officially part of the helmet. Now the plus side of that is it's going to be more flush and you get a better look than having it kind of protruding out some. It's going to be indented in just a bit, but again, it's just more of a cleaner look. All right, so now that part is done, we're going to go here and make sure that everything cut into it the way that it should have. We're just going to move this over. And the star showed up, but the lettering didn't. So what we're going to have to do is go into the helmet just a bit more. So I'm going to back this up a bit. We're going to redo, or I'll say undo, the mesh. And we're going to make this a little thicker. We're going to go 0.6. Put that in. All right, I finished up, so we're going to back up and check this out again. And now it's hard to see, but you can make out all of the lettering now. There's the U.S. Army. The star is there. So next step is going to be the color. So we're going to get rid of the old decal. Now, again, this is into the helmet. So you can see it's not really sticking out. It literally is getting cut into the helmet. So when it comes to coloring it, we're going to pull up our paint tool. we're going to go to edge detection. Now, you're going to be alternating between both of these. So we're going to add our colors. All right. And black and white. All right. So we have our colors. We're going to start off with the black. Edge detection is on. Next, we'll do yellow. Now, here you see how it's, in fact, I'll show you real quick. If I click on that, the way it is, you get a lot of little black lines. It didn't fill it up all the way. So we're going to undo that real quick, and we're going to go now to connected same color. So if we do that, now you see it fills it in. And got to do edge detection again for this part of the star. Oh, maybe not. No. But now see, we'll go to edge detection to fix this real quick before filling in those areas real quick with the A and the R. And that is how I did the multicolor logo. Now, there are other ways to go about coloring the SDG when you put it on. I'm going to have to make a separate video for that. But this was the way I did it for the U.S. Army, and I think I'm going to try to do the same with the rest of the service helmets that I'm able to. Because like I said, not all logos I can do this. And that's it. It's just a bit of a process. It's a little time consuming, but I promise it is well worth it when you're able to do it. Because again, you're not going to be able to do this on all logos. I had a few where I couldn't get the indentation in no matter what depth I set it. So just bear that in mind, but give it a shot. It's, again, a little simple process, just a little time consuming, and it is so worth it. I did a similar process with the lettering up here on the stripe where I used the text, made it a negative, just kind of thinned it out. I think I did a 0.2 with it, and went through the color process with this also, which is the exact same as I did that logo. Give it a shot. If you have any questions, please let me know. And until then, I'll catch you later.